Welcome to Bring It Gaming presents the Unashamed Gamers, Episode 7.
Episode 7. Do you know that 7 is the amount of inches of my...
Don't make a penis joke.
I wasn't gonna, I was talking about my scarf.
That's a pretty short scarf.
But a pretty adequate penis.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Welcome back to the Unashamed Gamers with Ben and Paul. We're talking Hitman and Crackdown 3 today.
Yeah, is Hitman actually a reboot? Because obviously it's a new Hitman, but it's just called Hitman.
It's just called Hitman. I don't know, actually.
Like, you're a huge fan of the series because
Yes.
you love stealth.
Yes, I do.
You have a fetish for bald men.
I do.
What?
Sexy bald men.
Sexy bald men.
bald men
That's
with
why
bald
you hate me
coats.
so much, because I'm like polar opposite. Like,
I cannot be attracted to you because you're too hairy.
Yeah, you've got
and
too
I'm
much
straight.
on paper.
on paper. Anyway, onto the Hitman
What was the
game.
first Hitman called? Was that just called Hitman?
It was just called Hitman, yeah, I think.
It's a remake. I think what they're trying to do with that though is this. I mean, you've said it yourself. It's a return to form. Isn't
Yes,
it
it is.
game?
Thankfully, it is. Yeah.
They're
I mean,
going back to the old school.
yeah, the
style.
old school Hitman. I mean,
And
I
trying to
played.
pretend that Absolution never happened.
Yeah. I did like it. I did play Absolution, but my problem with that is you had magic pockets. Meaning, if you had a sniper rifle, it was hidden in your coat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Just endless coloured handkerchiefs, like a clown's pocket,
yeah,
pair of
it's just like
ladders.
a clown's pocket. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed
And
that,
that's
but
just video games,
this,
isn't it?
yeah, but this is a return to form. If you want a sniper rifle, you've got to actually get it smuggled into the game. Because
Okay.
if you start in game with a sniper rifle on your back,
Yeah.
you're just going to get shot immediately.
That's
do you know what I
pretty
mean?
cool.
But I mean, it's an awesome game. I got the intro pack, which was $11.99, I think. For
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that we should mention is that rather than just releasing the full game, they're releasing it in
it's episodic.
episodic, and then once that's done, they'll release a full version.
Yeah. I'm kind of okay with that, I suppose, to a degree.
Yeah.
But obviously, I want to play more missions. But what
So
they've done
what
is,
it that you've bought, and what do you get?
well, the intro pack is what I bought for $11.99. You get the tutorial mission, a free-form tutorial mission, a final test mission,
Right.
and the Paris mission. So you get
Right.
4 missions,
Yeah.
really. You've got to do the tutorial to the letter, what they say you've got to do.
Right.
Then the free-form tutorial is the same mission, but you get to kill them however you want.
Right.
On my first Let's Play video, do you know
Yeah,
the
yeah.
suit only one? That's what that was. And then you get a final test, which is another... They're made-up missions, if you know what I mean. They're real assassinations
Yeah.
that you redo. So you're not killing anyone in the tutorial or the freeform tutorial or the final test. It's all act as it's all staged
Right.
to see how good of a hitman
You are.
Agent 47
Yeah,
is. So
Practice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you get those 4 missions, which to me is quite good because
Yeah.
on the Paris mission, the showstopper mission, you get stuff like feats and different assassinations and mastery. So
Right.
there's 20 levels of mastery, and I'm assuming that's going to be per level every
every time.
update.
First time every time.
So yeah, to me that is cool. But obviously, when you play the level, and I'm a purist, I like to go in with the suit,
Yeah.
and because I'm a virgin. But I do.
Because I don't ever get to wear mine in real life.
That's it.
When I show up in a suit with leather gloves on, people think I'm into something weird.
Or I'm going to court.
Yeah.
But
Or
yeah.
funeral, what?
Yeah, you've brought it down. You've brought it down. But like, yeah, I mean, speaking of funerals, you can create contracts, so you could basically kill other people in game.
Yeah.
What you do is in contracts mode is you pick people that you want to kill and upload a contract.
Yeah.
So you get that as well, and something called elusive contracts is coming soon. Don't know what
Right.
that is.
So the contracts that people build, for example, are they on the maps that you already have? So on the Paris
Yeah.
map, is that what they are?
Yeah,
And they
there's-
set a target for you to take out.
Yeah,
They set the
or
parameters,
multiple,
and you
yeah.
have to try and.
Yeah, you can set up to 5 targets, so
Yeah.
you could literally go in and find 5 people. You can do it stealthily, or you can walk in with a shotgun. You get those
I think
options.
the thing, I mean, like I say, I'm not huge into stealth games because
Yeah.
I'm awful. I'm the guy who gets spotted always. I'm always in someone's line of sight doing this. Whatever. It's like he's just trying to. There he is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
every single time, I'm always caught. But the thing that I like about the kind of, like you say, the starter pack for me, I like the idea of that because it's only one really big map sort of thing. It's really like pushing forward replayability,
Yeah,
which you
it
don't
is.
get
It
in many
really is,
games. A lot of
actually.
games is like
Yeah.
Absolution. like I didn't even finish it because like I'm not a huge Hitman fan, but I played about half that game.
Yeah.
But even if I'd finished it, I would never have went back and played it again. I would
Right,
never have done any
okay,
of those levels
yeah.
again.
Yeah, I get it.
Just as a normal like obviously it's a purist. You're gonna
Yeah.
do that.
Oh,
with,
yeah, I
and
do.
you're
Yeah.
you're gonna pour over any Hitman game. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
For the I wouldn't say I'm a casual, but in terms of the Hitman universe, yes, I'm a casual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I get that.
So I mean, it's you know what I mean. It's really pushing that forward, like saying
Yeah.
he has a reason to replay because there's so many different things you can do in this.
Yeah. I get
little
it.
sandbox.
I get it. I do. Well, in Absolution, it was more of it was like mini levels and then one big level for every like level, if that makes sense. Like you would go like this. You start off in Chinatown.
Yeah.
And then you'd kill someone, then you'd move on to somewhere else. And then it was like you had to get to a club, but you had to get to the club to do the club finale. But on this, it's literally the whole map, which is massive, by the way. I think it's like 4 floors in this showstopper level.
Yeah.
And there's, I think in one room alone, there was something like 200 people, and they were all talking and stuff like that. And the graphics are actually really, really good.
That was the thing. Like a lot of people, obviously a lot, like I said, purists aren't huge fans of Absolution. Absolution really did step the graphics up, and I think if Absolution never happened, you wouldn't be getting the graphics that you're getting now.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Do you know
true.
for the app?
I agree with that. Yeah.
So I think that had like at least a stepping stone effect for that.
I think
because it does look really good from what I've seen.
It is. It's beautiful, and I think with the episodic nature of the game, I think it's so they can listen to the fans, because obviously they released Absolution, and people did play it, but everyone's main concern was, well, it's not really Hitman because of the magic pockets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So obviously they reined that back. The one issue I do have with this one is the contracts mode was stricter in Absolution, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Because if I go through a whole level on a contract in my suit only, and I kill them with selected weapons that I've chose, it'll tell you that it's optional. I mean, fair enough, you might not get the same amount of points as I have on the leaderboards, but it's optional. It says, suit only, optional, and I don't like that. I think if I've done it in my suit, then you need to do the same.
I think the reason for that is that is catering to casuals. Because I think, like I say, for you personally, you want it to be kind of brutal because that's what you get a thrill from.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
But they're like saying, we're not gonna fucking make you restart just because you didn't do one thing.
Yeah.
We'll just let you finish.
Fair enough.
It's like kind of saying, we'll let you finish a level, you'll just not get the top score. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, because that's what I go for when I do contracts. I like to get on the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
And I think for some reason, like the highest score you can get is 21,000 or something like that. I think that's what it is, and I mean that's what I aim for every time. That's pretty much your perfect score.
Yeah.
And every contract I've played, even on the ones in the Let's Play, I've went back and I've done it properly so I can get the.
I have to go back and do this.
Yeah, I do. I do have to go back and do it because to me, I mean, this is matter in real life, but I like to play it properly. I mean,
this isn't a game.
This is real life.
Well, it is, but it's not. What?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
But I mean, I do spend a lot of time in the contracts mode, playing other people's contracts, but I am still playing the Paris level. I mean, I've completed it 3 times in 3 different ways, but there's another 17 ways I can complete that level, which to me is cool. I mean, you can do the suit only, which I still haven't done because I haven't found out, like the guards' moving patterns and stuff like that. But I mean, I will do that, but there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you can start the game with your sniper rifle in a sniper tower and just sit there and pick off these people.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's my favourite thing is shooting. So
So,
I mean, so the sniper rifle, like you're saying, you have to have it come in the map. Is that something you pay for with like an in-game currency?
No, there's nothing like that at all. It's just obviously the company you work for.
Is it just in a set place on the map that you can collect it from?
Yeah, but it's not just like you walk to it and pick it up. It's like they'll drop it in the level somewhere where you'll have to be stealthily about it to get it.
To get to it. Yeah.
Or you could start in the game dressed as somebody else. After you unlock the level, you play the level the first time and you get unlocks. So you'll get unlocks like you can go in as a stylist.
Right.
And then you start off in the place where the stylists are getting the models ready and stuff like that. So you'll have that outfit on. So you'll have that safety. You'll be able to move around the map a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
I would like
start
the
as a
idea
guard.
Like you start as like someone who looks like a rock star, so you're carrying a guitar case, and a guitar case contains the sniper.
That's cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, in the previous games, you used to have your sniper in a briefcase and you used to set it up, and I love that. That was badass. Sweet, but they don't seem to have done that in this one. I mean, they might do for later levels, but it's just for this one.
The logo actually am holding the suitcase and the gun.
Yeah, it is. I think it is. Yeah, he's holding the suitcase and he's got the baller, silence baller. Yeah, and I've lost my train of thought now. The thing, like, obviously that I enjoy most about the game is what you can do, and there is a lot to do. So that is going to keep me entertained, and I'll probably continue to play the game until the next thing comes out.
Do you know when the next episode?
It's every month, but I don't know what date. So every episode is coming out every month after until.
I mean, I think, like I say, you're eternally sold on Hitman, so you probably always buy them.
Oh well, yeah. It's on, and you can either.
The films.
No, God, the films. No,
films.
How could they get that so wrong? It's a stealthy game, and the films are all like pew pew pew, Hitman.
It's weird because both films are terrible for different reasons.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen the second film because I just knew instantly.
The second one is just not a Hitman.
Yeah, he's just shaved headed.
He's just shaved headed. He's not baked. That really annoyed us. He's like
he's got hair.
He's got like a I don't know, a 0.5 or something, so you can see like a grey stubbly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, that's not Hitman, because the whole point is that he's
Well, do you know the guy who does the voice, David Bateson? He actually looks like Hitman. Why don't they use him in a fucking Hitman film?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He's got the voice.
It's got the voice. He looks like Hitman.
He's got the hair loss, what?
Yeah, exactly. He is. He's bald. And he looks just like him. So why don't they just use that guy for a Hitman film?
He has a barcode on the back of his head. But
yeah, I mean, he had that tattooed because, you know, he's realistic. But, But I played two contracts for the Let's Play video. The second Let's Play. One was by Brave Marty, CZ. It was called Too Difficult. And I literally...
And you're like, nailed it.
Nailed it! Oh, I nailed it. But it took 3 attempts, and it was easy. It was called Too Difficult. The guy was saying, you know, I put it on as too difficult in the hopes no one would play it because it's so easy, but I wanted to get that achievement for the high score leaderboard, but I was the one person who played it.
You're like, too difficult, we'll see.
We'll see, I'll nail that shit. But, like, when it first came on, I thought, well, actually, he's on the other side of the map, so that's cool. I might have to sneak through to get him.
Yeah.
But the first time I killed him, and I thought, well, I've done it. And then I escaped, but I hadn't wore the proper outfit, so I didn't get as much points. So the second time I went in, and I just totally cocked it up. Like, I walked in rushing, I was like, I know how to do this. Put on the costume, walked over, and like garroted them. And then somebody caught us. So instead of just quitting and starting again and make it look like I did it perfect, I thought, fuck it, let's just have some fun. And I was just shooting people in the dick.
Just repeatedly.
Just repeating. That's all I did. But eventually I did go back and I did nail it. So nailed it. First time, every time. So I do think that Hitman will have a lot of replayability if you do like the Hitman games.
I think, like you say as well, Contract really extends its life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, obviously, that's endless, you know what
I
mean? Because there'll be someone who finds the most obscure person who think... Because there'll be someone on most of the maps who's literally constantly watched. Yeah. So it'll be like, that person needs to...
Well, again, like with Absolution, there was a video the Hitman team was saying, you know, we think it's impossible for you to push this man down the grate while the policeman's looking, so you have to distract the policeman, but it's quite hard to do so, and I did a contract doing that, and it was pretty hard to do it, and I think it took us 9 attempts, but I did eventually get it.
Yeah.
But I'm the type of person who, if somebody is hard to get, that's the person I want to get. I want the satisfaction of doing that. And
actual achievement is more like...
Yeah, it's
self-realised
I'm like,
than actual.
Yes, I've put the work in. I've proved these people wrong. But there's another mode, escalation mode, where it's a contract and then it gets harder and harder and harder. So you go in and it's assassinate one person, and then you've got to go in again, assassinate that person, then do something else, then go in again, and there's like 10 levels, and it gets harder and harder, which I'm currently playing at the minute. So, but again, every time there's a new level, there's going to be more contracts, there's going to be more escalation modes, and we're just waiting.
Weren't they talking about, is it contracts where like a certain person you have to assassinate, and then if you don't do it within a certain time frame, they're gone forever?
Yeah, that's the elusive contracts.
Right.
They're not in the game at the minute, which is ridiculous because I thought they would have been.
But if you think about it, they'll probably save that till more stuff's out, because then it's a reason to go back to Paris, for example.
Yeah.
By the time the next one comes out, you'll have played Paris.
I just want to play it all. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'll know everything. But yeah, it's going to be like in real time. You've got like 12 hours or 2 hours to find this contract and kill him, and then you'll get rewards. I don't know what the rewards are going to be, because I mean I've got
I imagine
base guns and a suit.
I imagine they'll be cosmetic.
Yeah, probably like a funny hat or something.
Yeah.
Because in Absolution, I think you could wear like a chicken hat or something, or a
Right.
chicken suit.
Maybe gun skins or a new back of the head tattoo.
Yeah, that would be
instead
cool.
of a barcode, you get a
That's-
QR code instead.
QR code.
So someone can come along with a
That's
BlackBerry
funny.
and be like, boop, boop. Agent 47,
What?
$3.99. What?
Obviously, I love these games, but the one thing about it is the barcode on the back of his head, and
Yeah.
he's bald, so he stands out. And then when he kills someone and takes their uniform, he's like, another bald guy with a barcode on his head. You know what I mean? You notice that shit
Yeah.
straight away.
Yeah.
And he's like the worst hitman ever, not because of his skills, but because of that tattoo.
Yeah, if anything, he totally stands out. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head who was completely bald. Like,
Yeah.
usually they've got a little bit of hair.
Alopecia bald, just
Yeah,
gone.
you know what I mean? And
I don't even think the guy's got
you said,
eyebrows.
So if someone's like that bald and
He's
then
gonna
they've got a
stand
tattoo
out.
on their head, you feel
And that pale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love tattoos, but like even if I see the first person, when I see someone with a tattoo on their head, my first thing is thinking, that person's a badass.
Yeah, pretty much. But
That person will probably kick my ass.
in Absolution.
So I'm not going to think, that's a waiter.
Yeah, in Absolution, he cuts the tattoo off the back of his head, and I'm thinking to myself, well, that makes more sense, but in the next level, he's got a plaster over it. Oh, there's another guy with a plaster on the back of his head.
A little accident, did you?
Yeah, cut it off so I can get the QR code.
Yeah.
Just waiting
So-
for it to grow back.
So my impressions of the Hitman updated remaster, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
It's really
But
good.
Hitman 2016.
2016, yeah, that's it. It's really good, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm
Yeah.
impressed. And I'm looking forward to the next level.
Fair one. I mean, the other game I wanted to talk about was Crackdown 3.
Yes.
There's no release date for Crackdown 3, is there?
2016/17 is what we've got.
For people who don't know, the Crackdown series, a game made by Microsoft Studios. They were made by, the first two were made by a company called Ruffian Games, I think, who were from Scotland, I think.
Right.
But they closed. There's a new company actually making the latest one called Regent Games. But the game is Crackdown, agents in a futuristic city that's got a bunch of gangs, and your job as an agent, you could co-op on the first two games. The first one was 2-player co-op, and the second one was 4-player. And your job as the agent is to take out all of these gangs by force. But it's basically it's a third-person shooter.
Right.
But agents have skills that can be upgraded. So
I've seen those.
You
like
collect agility orbs.
Yeah,
and
the
eventually
agility
can
orbs.
jump like freakishly high, and you can punch freakishly hard. Like, you can punch people across the map and stuff.
Yeah.
And also, like, the more the better you get at driving. And if you ever get in an agent vehicle, it morphs, which is weird. Like, if you get into a car,
that was for the second one though. I don't think.
No,
that was,
they
was
did
it
it on the first one
as well?
On the first
right.
one, like your agent car. You get in it and it's just a normal car, but then the more proficient you get, it starts to morph and it looks more and more like a Batmobile.
Right. Oh, that's
Which
cool.
was cool, like because like for the Agent HQ, you have to like drive out of it. And like when you drive over it, I felt like I was leaving the Batcave.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's
when it
badass.
transformed, which was pretty cool.
Yeah. I've looked into the game and I've noticed like that for online you're gonna have fully destructible environments.
Like completely.
Yeah.
Like
everything.
everything can be flattened on the map, and that's for the multiplayer side of it. That's gonna be on mine. So if you've knocked a building down, I can see that building's been knocked down.
That's cool. I mean, I saw somebody playing like an alpha.
Yeah.
I think an early access alpha, and one of the enemies was at the top of a building.
Yeah.
So you had the option to either scale the building,
Yeah.
or you could just blow the building up and you would die. But I mean, they have something called the cloud compute, which kicks in when you start destroying the stuff, and then they've got so many backup servers for when it's destroyed. So I mean,
it's the Azure cloud. So the idea is that you're using Microsoft's cloud service, and it's basically giving your Xbox more processing power than it ever had. So it becomes, actually, they're saying it becomes more powerful than probably the most powerful PC.
Right. Oh, well,
technically,
that's cool.
because it's running all these calculations in the background. I don't know how it's going to...
No.
It sounds amazing, but like
Yeah.
I just think, when I think of how shoddy Xbox Live's been recently, I just think, like, is that going to work?
Yeah.
That's going to go down on launch day, surely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, my friend Nick, who's actually a listener of the podcast there, he hasn't got much of a internet connection, do you know what I mean? It's like really bad.
Wind up internet.
Yeah, because of where he lives.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he got that game, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play with him, because if we're online and his internet kicks in, he's going to be lagging, or he's just going to disconnect.
Like,
you know
you
what I mean?
walk over to the building, he's knocked down, it's just back up again.
Yeah.
What?
So I mean, how's that going to work for people with a terrible connection?
I don't. I like to say. I think it'll be like Netflix, where you've got like a bare minimum to play. Like you need to have. If you don't get 2 megabytes per second, then don't even bother.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's sort of an online only game. If your online connection isn't good, you're not gonna have a good experience, and that's not their fault. But I just think like me and you, for example, we have strong connections that work for most games. But then Xbox Live seems to let us down.
I know. It was down again the other day.
when like GTA Online came out and that all went down because there was too many people on. And I think this could be a game that's gonna really be.
Yeah.
Like I think they're doing a multiplayer beta in the summer, and I think the reason to do that is to see
test servers and stuff. Yeah.
I hope it's open, because if it's open, you'll get a lot of people on, because you need to be stress tested. Like.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But the thing is I loved Crackdown 1 because it was like a launch title for the 360. It was one of the first few games to come out, and there was nothing like it at the time. So it wasn't like. Mechanically, it wasn't an amazing game. Like the shooting wasn't amazing. The climbing wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? Like obviously, like Assassin's Creed's perfected climbing and things like that. Like it was just like there wasn't a game like it where you could jump the height of buildings and throw cars and punch dudes across the map. It was amazing. But then when Crackdown 2 came out, it was like, right now you're back to being an average game, because there is other games like that.
Yeah, of course, So
I wasn't interested. Like I didn't even buy Crackdown 2. I think I played the demo for it, and I was just like, nah.
I didn't buy the game, but I played it when it was free with Games with Gold.
Yeah,
I did.
And I was like, this wasn't the game I enjoyed. Yeah, they added like mutants into the second one.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, like at night time,
which was weird. At night time, mutants came out.
Yeah.
And also seen there's like we've seen a really bare bones demo for Crackdown 3.
Yeah.
And we've seen the gameplay demo, not the gameplay, sorry, the cinematic trailer, and obviously the cinematic trailer makes it look awesome. It's
going to look good, yeah.
But then you don't know what the actual game's going to look like.
Yeah.
I think you say the big tell will be in summer.
It will when we get our hands.
But then again, like I say, with it being a different studio making it as well, that could be.
Yeah.
That could make or break it, because. I like having the original team making something, because I think they keep the charm and the core values of the product. But I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed when the buildings were falling down in the video I watched that they'll fall into other buildings.
Yeah.
And I don't. Obviously, it's early alpha, but it did cause a little bit of a lag spike when it hit the other building.
Yeah.
And it did slow down a little bit, but it does look quite good. Like when you blow up a building, there was guys like planting C4 and blowing up buildings all the time to show you and stress test it and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it hit the building, it kind of just stopped for a second, and then you seen it again, and it was just rubble on the floor.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they get that to work, could you imagine how cool it would be?
I think the thing is like one of the games where you could destroy buildings for me, which I totally love, was Battlefield Bad Company 2. I talk about it a lot because it's my favourite. It's probably the multiplayer game that I played the most of by far, because I just like, as far as shooters go anyway. Yeah. Because I really liked it. But like one of the things on that was like, say there was someone sniping everyone from a window, and you just couldn't get him because the only bit that was ever on show was just the tip of his rifle, you know, no one could hit him. You could, like you say, you could shoot an RPG or at the actual wall, it would just blow the wall and either kill him or leave him open to you shooting.
Right.
Or you could bring down the building, you could like plant C4 at the base and bring it down and kill him inside. And that was actually thrilling, because it didn't happen very often. But then conversely to that, there was a really terrible game in terms of, well, pretty much everything about it was kind of terrible. It was the Mercenaries games. And Mercenaries 2 in particular. But Mercenaries 2 in particular, like, you could bring down pretty much every building in that game also. The only problem was you weren't in the building, so that's going to be the difference, because there'll be people say in the building, if you bring it down, you kill them.
Yeah, it would be pretty badass.
But like, I remember at one point there was a huge oil rig in the middle of the ocean, or like in the middle of like whatever sea was there in the game on Mercenaries 2, and you could call in like a nuclear strike, and you could bring down the entire oil rig.
Alright, cool.
And that was cool. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But then it was like, once I'd done that and knocked down a couple of buildings, I was bored of it after about 10 minutes.
Right.
So I was like, right, I'm done with knocking down buildings.
There's nothing. I mean, you're not killing other people.
I mean, they did say like, you're not going to be able to bring down a building straight away.
Right.
Like it's going to be hard to do.
Yeah.
And you're not going to have those. I mean, like the thing with the Crackdown games is, it's a progression. You start off weak as anything. It's like RPG elements.
Massively overpowered.
You have to level up. Yeah. But But then, like, I think once you're massively overpowered, is it just you're one-shotting buildings down all the time?
Well,
that wouldn't be fun to us either.
Yeah, well, they had like overpowered guns, and I mean, this guy shot a hole in a wall. He was saying, if you're playing online and you want to kill someone, I'm assuming it might have a PvP element to it, because I mean, he did mention that if you wanted to shoot people online, you could shoot a hole in a wall
I think it is
and use that, and use that as cover while shooting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But again, he said it was overpowered. So is it going to be you're going to be playing PvP against someone who's overpowered and you're really low level, and then
it depends. I mean, I think there'd be balancing in there.
Yeah.
It'd be like maybe your guard gun has a one shot and then a cooldown or something. But I just, like you say, it happens so rarely on Battle. Like if you play a game, you can play games of Battlefield now, and it's like a building isn't brought down every time you play it. It's it only happens now and again. So it's a novelty when it happens, because it doesn't happen that often. But if it's happening all the time, it soon loses its luster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's like a big worry for the game.
Yeah.
But I'm not hyped for it, because Crackdown 2 was so poor for me personally. Like it didn't look as good as the first one in terms of like weirdly it was like graphically better, but then they went to like a really more weird cell shaded cartoony look about it. And
well, with this one, I mean, originally it was just called Crackdown. At E3 it was just called Crackdown.
Yeah, I mean they should just call it Crackdown, because
they could just use it as a next gen remake reboot thing.
Because I don't think I remember it because I got it, and I'm not saying I'm not the only person who remembers it. Loads of people remember it, but it's not a huge name in gaming. You know what I mean?
No, like, I know what you mean.
I don't think they would. They're not alienating anyone by calling it just Crackdown 1, because there will be a lot of people who it's their first Crackdown or their first time seeing Crackdown.
It'll be the first time,
especially the younger kids who are and it's quite kid friendly for a shooter as well, because it's not gory and it's not bloody or anything. You know what I mean?
It's over the top and cheesy. I mean,
so like I think it'll be popular with 13-year-olds.
Yeah. Like the voiceover for the Crackdown 1, Crackdown 2 was "Hello, agents," kind of.
That was the voice.
Yeah, I mean the thing that I like about this one is like every building, because it's destructible, is enterable, and there's going to be like stuff inside those buildings. Yeah. So they've got to, they can't just make it like an empty room. They've got to put stuff in it. So there's going to be like things coming out of the building when it falls and stuff. I mean, there might even be those orbs inside a building and stuff like that. So to me, that's kind of cool. But I mean, is it going to be enterable, like you can walk through a door, or is it enterable because you blow a hole in it?
In the wall.
Do you know what I mean? I would prefer it, you could like
it's probably
walk in.
I mean, the thing on Crackdown was like some of the bosses that you had to get were hiding in that tower, and you couldn't get to it from the ground level because they'd locked down.
Yeah, so you
had to climb the building.
That was a chore.
And you had to like find a way in and stuff. So you'd climb up to the ladder, and then but I mean, even once you had line of sight on them, you would still just like one or two shots.
Yeah,
it was just like.
I mean, I remember the controls. I mean, the controls are the same according to.
I really enjoyed the jumping. The jumping is spot on. Like it was like really controllable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could jump, like you say, the height of a building, but still land on a pin. No bother.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it was.
The thing I didn't like is like with the controls is. I think it was just a kick. Like that's all I could do was kick and shoot.
You pressed B and you like
kick.
It was like a spin kick.
Yeah,
you span around and kicked them.
And
but
it's
you
the
didn't
same
get
for
much
this
higher
one.
than my knee.
It's the same for this one. Like the guys even said in the video, well, it's going to be like the same controls as Crackdown 2.
Yeah.
So I know I'm just going to be able to go in and like spam B and just spin kick 100 people.
Crackdown added the wingsuit as well, so not only could you jump high, but you could glide as well.
Oh right, I never got that.
That was like the big thing. But I like I said, I never played it.
Right.
I just played the demo and was like, nah, this is the Crackdown that I'm interested in. You know what I mean?
Mutants.
That added like a customization element as well to it. Because in the first one, the only thing you could choose is what your agent was from a set list of characters. So you could have like pick the black guy or the small white woman, or like them, just like really classic archetypes, But there was like more of an element of like say you could choose colours and stuff of your agent for the second one. So I presume there'll be more customization this time around.
Well, there's this article going around now that they want you to take a poll as to what kind of beards and guns you want in game and stuff like that. And there's a picture of like other games that have got beards. Like I'm sure there's a Geralt beard. So obviously they're not going to put Geralt's beard, but if you like that style of beard, which was awesome. then you could pick that and stuff like that, which to me is
Yeah.
cool because there's not enough beards in game. We're talking
Yeah.
to you, Graham, for Thought Online.
I'm in now. I want this game now.
Yeah.
No,
That's it.
that's the thing
Beers
is,
are in.
I'm still so skeptical.
Yeah.
Skeptical about this game. Like I just.
Yeah, I get that. I do. I really do. It's
We still haven't seen enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna play. I'm definitely gonna play the beta.
if it's open to us.
If it's open, you know, I'll probably sign up for it. If not,
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
my heart's not. I'm like I say, I'm not holding my breath.
No.
And until it was only till recently that I was even reminded of the game, and that's why we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Had I not been reminded, it wasn't in my consciousness. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It wasn't a game I was
Same.
thinking of. It wasn't ever a thing where I was like, that needs to be remade or.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I played the second one, like I said, because I got it on the Games of Gold, but
Yeah.
they've never been my type of games. I mean, Saints Row 4 kind of stole from that, but to me,
Yeah.
they made it better because
Yeah,
it had that
Saints
level
Row
of comedy.
4, Saints Row 4 is freakishly similar to Crackdown.
Yeah.
Like if you've played Saints Row 4, you'll know that to level up your powers, you have to collect
Orbs
orbs
just
around,
orbs,
which
yeah.
is exactly the same as Crackdown. That's what Crackdown 1,
Yeah.
which came out years before, which came out the same year as Saints Row 1, I think it was.
So that's
And
something
Saints
like
Row 1 was just straight up like
ridiculously
GTA
a
style.
long time ago.
So-
2007, is
Something
it?
like 2006, 7, something
Yeah,
like that.
that's ridiculous.
Like I say, that came out then, and that's what you did. You collected orbs, and then the more orbs you got,
The
your
more
agility,
powerful,
because they were
yeah.
agility orbs, like different orbs. Like
Yeah.
a lot of it was climbing. Like one of the orbs you could get, you had to climb like the Agent Tower, which was like freakishly high.
Yeah. Well, to me, like the thing that I noticed in Saints Row 4 is that once you've had the ability to run fast and fly and stuff like that, I never used a car, so is it
know.
going to be the same for Crackdown 3? You're never ever going to be in a car. So your driving skill is going to be really crap because you can run fast, you can jump high.
I know. I think that was the thing is, the car even in Crackdown 1, the cars were never necessary.
Yeah.
Like I would use the car to drive out of the agency,
And then jump out the
and then I
car
would
and
jump
run
out of
around.
the car and run around.
So I don't
Because
know.
like you say, I preferred running from roof to roof.
Yeah,
rooftop to
jumping
rooftop.
because you feel more badass than you
It
do
was
in a
weird
car.
because that's the thing. That's what I enjoyed about Crackdown, and yet that's what I hated about Saints Row 4.
Yeah.
Saints Row 4, I wanted to be in the car. I wanted
Yeah.
me pimped out rides
Yeah.
and stuff.
I did actually enjoy Saints Row 4.
I think Saints
for
Row
what
4
it
was funny.
Yeah.
I
But
think
it was.
I feel a lot of games try to be funny and then fail, but there was some
Yeah.
genuine moments in there which were like really good, and I thought really well done. Like Rowdy Roddy Piper randomly showing up.
Yeah,
That was hilarious. Also, I think there's a bit where it turns into an 8-bit side scrolling
Yeah,
game up,
it does,
and
yeah.
you're trying to rescue Johnny Gat. And that was brilliant. It
Yeah,
was
it
like
was,
really,
that
that
was
was
good.
really well realised, and
The start was the
what
best.
was good about that is like it turned your actual in-game character, the one you fully customised with whatever you wanted to wear.
Yeah.
They turned that into an 8-bit character,
Yeah.
and it looked like your character,
Yeah.
exactly like
That was
whatever
cool.
yours looked like. That was really well done.
For me, the best bit in Saints Row 4 was the choices at the start when you were president. Like, punch a dick in the head or punch a dick in the dickhead.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
cure cancer or, help starving kids and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it was
It
good,
was just
yeah.
ridiculous. And then Keith David's in the game, which
The
is
voice
just,
acting is really good. in
it's
that
like
game,
it's
which
Mass
is
Effect / Crackdown. It's just they basically
Yeah.
take the piss out of a million games. And for me, Crackdown is just it's going to be cheesy. It's going to be over the top, but is it going to be that good? In the same vein as Saints Row 4, I know it's not going to have dick jokes and stuff like that, but I mean, if it was more funny, it
Yeah.
would be more appealing. But I just think it's going to be a standard. You jump here,
I think
you blow
the
this up.
thing with Crackdown 1 was the mechanics were good,
Yeah,
but there was no story. Like the story was really thin. It was just like wipe out these gangs.
yeah. Well, I think
No, wipe out
Crackdown
these
2 was
gangs.
the same.
And then in Crackdown 2, they tried to put a bit more story into it, but it
Yeah.
still wasn't. So it's never been story focused.
No,
So I think
it's just
now where we've come with gaming now, they need to either put a really good story in
yeah,
or make a superb multiplayer. Like,
Yeah.
Because obviously it's never had PvP. It's always been co-op.
yeah,
Well, it was weird. It was always co-op, but you could have a fight amongst yourselves.
yeah.
So like if it was like me and you
yeah,
playing,
yeah.
we could decide we'll have a shootout. You know. But like I said,
Out of pure boredom.
it was.
Yeah.
Well, that was half the fun of that game because there was so little to do other than just shoot waves of dudes.
Yeah,
Was the fun that you could make? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
most
yeah,
of the fun was had was like attaching bombs to like trucks and then having one player like throw it into some dudes and the other one shoot it with
Yeah.
a grenade and it blow up and wipe out. But like
Yeah.
stuff that you'd thought of You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, this is your virtual playground, do what you want with it. That was more interesting, so that's what I'm saying. They're going to have to either put a really good story mode in, which I can't see them doing, or like I say, the PvP is going to have to be superb, because I think as great as, you know, dynamic buildings falling down and stuff is, I don't think that's enough to...
No.
to give it longevity anyway, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be a novelty where everyone's playing for a month and then...
Yeah, like you said, I mean, if you hadn't mentioned it to me, we wouldn't even been talking about it.
The thing is, as well,
it hasn't left an impact since E3.
It's dangerous if they do open betas at the same time, because sometimes with open betas, like, you've played and you like you see everything you needed to see at that time. Like, that's what happened to me with Evolve. I was
just about to say that.
I was so hyped for Evolve coming out.
Same.
Couldn't wait for it. Everything I'd read about it, everything I'd seen. Then it came out on the beta or the demo. Was it a demo?
It was a beta.
It was a beta.
I'm sure it was a beta.
But we played that and I loved it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the beta, I'd had me feel like I never needed to play that game ever again.
The only thing we didn't do was unlock achievements, because obviously it was a beta. But I totally get that. I totally understand that.
There was a bunch of new characters we missed out on because we didn't buy the full game. But like, I just didn't feel like I felt like I'd seen everything I needed to see there.
I
you know what I mean? Because that was one of those games you either, it's like Left 4 Dead. You're either going to play it for the rest of your life, or you're going to play it for years, or you're not.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't going to. I was always going to just play it for that short bit of time.
Yeah.
And that in turn caused us to not buy it. And I think Crackdown could be very much like that, because the multiplayer mode, I can't see if it's relying just on having dynamic buildings falling down, it probably will be fun for 40 hours or something.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
Let's hope
20 hours and then probably never again.
Yeah, let's hope that we'll get those 20 hours. You know what I mean? Let's hope, fingers crossed.
But we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see.
We will.
Thanks a lot for listening to this episode of the Unashamed Gamers.
Yes.
Please do like, subscribe, comment.
Share.
Share. Show it to your grandmother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ruin a day.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone who's liked and subscribed so far.
Yeah, it means a lot. Thank you. It does mean a lot. Also, check out the Let's Play videos if you like a grown man doing terrible impressions and shooting people in the dick. Then like those Let's Plays, subscribe, and again, share with your granny.
And just remember that GG doesn't stand for good game, it stands for
Get good!